EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State at Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So the penalty there for a block in the back.
And that's one where you normally see a blocker put his hands up right away to say, no, I didn't do it. But this time, yes, you did.
On play action, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll run with ETN. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So they've gotten the third down conversion, but the illegal block in the back means they'll have to try it all over again.
Yeah, those are the ones that can be really tough to bounce back from, Brandon. Such a poorly timed penalty.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
So on fourth down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. That's taken on the 25. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Jones. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. 11 yards for number 11.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing Jones. A short one there, caught by Warren. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Jones. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A short one there, caught by Warren. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They didn't try and reinvent the wheel there on 4th down. Pretty simple play call, pretty effective.
Pretty much a big boy play. Going to a big guy on that route in order to pick up the 1st down. I think they're just thinking to themselves, who's going to be able to stop him at that size in this situation?
Well, they couldn't stop him there, picking up the 1st down. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the penalty on the offense, that'll be declined, and the turnover stands. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones connecting over the middle with Downs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain face with a 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Jones operating from the gun, and that's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Daniel Jones, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Jaguars 3.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They go play action with Lawrence. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Parker Washington, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to move back in front. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
An extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A
the middle. Here's Taylor. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Over the middle, pass caught by Warren. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Steps away to his left. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 3rd down and 7. Lawrence. That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll fake it on the jet sweep and instead a handoff up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start with a give to Taylor.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Jaguars.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the 1st down.
And even 30 yards for Travis Etienne.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Jones.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
Complete to Michael Pittman. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Jones keeps it himself.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's to Warren, his tight end.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Indianapolis.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Operating from the gun, Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And his throw is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now Lawrence to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, it's Lawrence. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
3rd and 2.
One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and a yard. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Now Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Lawrence will throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 69 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
ETN. And flags come as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time they made the determination that that one did come in the back.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars! De'Ami Brown from 10 yards out. And the Jags have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Across midfield. He's on his way. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. Jones now, off the play fake. This is caught at the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there for Indy. 55 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll look to ETN to start things out. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. ETN on the toss right. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the Colts getting ready to go. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, He ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw. Jones.
That's complete to Pierce.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Okay, so they'll march backwards on the penalty there.
I don't know about you, partner. I thought that was maybe a little bit of a ticky-tack type of a call. Was that a clear block in the back when he got his man off balance? I thought that was a tough one.
Back to throw. Jones. Wide open receiver, complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Brings up 2nd down at the 2-yard line.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Looking to throw. Jones. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Jones. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the Jaguars' 3-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Operating from the gun, Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. ETN up the middle. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 74 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Jonathan Taylor. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
Off of play action, he'll look to throw.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
That is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Lawrence.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the Colts' 28-yard line.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Lawrence.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to throw now on first down. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. There was Eric Armstead coming up quickly and dropping him for a loss.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
And it's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Here's first and goal. Taylor is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple more times.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And this time he is in. Jonathan Taylor punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Jaguars 27.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down 31-27, a minute 7 remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Back to throw, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Throw out wide is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And that's complete to Brown. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's first down. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunter. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, a break. 1st and 5. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here's 2nd and a yard. He's back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
And to find the open man, that's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.